Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys like yesterday's video involving the new Canon 80D. I think the footage is ridiculous. Even sitting in my room right here with the window open, the GoPro could not handle the ISO or like the light coming in. It just couldn't handle it. But I think the Canon, if I'm looking at the picture right, looks pretty damn good. So what's up with today? What do I got for you guys? So I do the supplement of the week video. I've done them before, but the problem is my stack doesn't change all that often. So it's kind of hard to be like supplement of the week when I only have 4 supplements. So I'm introducing a subcategory of the supplement of the week, which is simply a supplement review. Nothing fancy about it. Supplements that I've taken before that are trusted, that are guaranteed cash. So there's the cash and trash of the supplement of the week of like the new ones we're gonna try out. And then there's ones I've already tried that I know for a fact are guaranteed cash and are worth it depending on what your guys' goals are. Now I'm gonna pick 3 in each category and talk about them, not super in depth, but enough info to give you guys a good sense of what they're at, what's in them, and what they could be used for. Now the first one up is animal whey protein. This is one I've used for a long time. It's one I'm currently using now, but it comes in a lot of different forms. The one I'm going to talk about today is the standard whey form. Now what I like about this one is it's a little bit heavier on the calorie and carb side. So isolation or whey isolate is going to be a really strictly just protein, minimal calories, minimal carbs. I like this one, kind of gives you a little bit of a boost. It has 125 calories, which is not actually that bad. It's got 4 grams of carbs, again, not very bad, and 25 grams of protein, which if you listen to the mainstream people who know their stuff about protein is probably the perfect amount. You never want to do more than 50 at a given setting, and your body can only handle so much throughout the day without it getting turn into fat. So that protein storage, if it meets its surplus, is going to turn into lipid storage, which is fat obviously, and you don't want that if that's not your desired result. So if you're not bulking, you don't want to be on a 600 grams of protein diet. It's not going to go well. So this has 25 per scoop, and depending on which size you get, it usually comes with a ton of servings. That dog food bag size, I swear to God, it's endless at the bottom. I've been using it forever, and I still have like 3 or 4 pounds left of it. It's ridiculous. But the flavors I always go with, since we're talking about protein and mistakes can be made, is simple. Simple is always best. You don't want to get red velvet cake or birthday cake or German chocolate fudge cake and have to slog through 5 pounds of it. Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and only if the strawberry is rated higher than like 8.5. And those are the main 3. It doesn't matter, either the 3 that we talk about today are all going to be 8.5 out of 10 rated products. So they're, like I said, they're guaranteed cash, and the flavor is on the very, very high end of the spectrum. So they're going to be good regardless, but I always generally stick with those 3. Again, 125 calories, 4 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein for the animal whey. It comes in a bunch of different sizes. It's pretty much the standard price no matter where you go. But it's an awesome one. It's a good beginner one, and honestly, it's a pretty well-rounded one, which is why it makes number 1 on the list. Now the next one is Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard 100% Whey. I've done this one for a long time. I've done their mass gaining side. Optimum Nutrition caught a lot of flack in the very beginning for being a flashy brand that spread out really far. Now they've concreted themselves into being a huge, well-known, well-distributed, well-made product. And their 100% gold standard whey is amazing. It tastes really good. Again, it's in like the high 8s, maybe even the high 9s. I haven't checked it out in a couple weeks now, but they're always rated super high. They're a top tier protein with just about the same exact breakdown as the animal whey. They have 130 calories, a little bit more, 4 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of protein. Again, plus or minus 3 or 4 for the protein. They're all gonna be pretty similar. But with this one, again, you have 100% whey, so it's not a mix. A lot like the animal one, which is a whey concentrate as well. You get a really solid protein with this. It mixes well. You can mix it with just about anything. Almost any of these, depending on which flavor you go with, can be mixed and made into different products. I make pancakes with mine all the time. I make waffles with mine all the time. You can make crepes with them. You can put them in just about anything. You can make homemade like protein pudding, which is my jam. I've made that on the channel before. If you guys haven't tried that, you're missing out. It's ridiculous. But this protein works really well. It's a good standard, good mid-level protein that is worth its weight. It's a tad expensive. It's 100% gold standard whey ice or whey concentrate, so they charge you a little bit more for it, but you definitely get what you pay for. It's really streamlined protein that's fast absorbing and it's high quality, so you pay a little bit extra, but if you're looking for that little bit more of an edge in the gym, that could be the solution. So the next one is hands down my most tried and true. It's a favorite of mine. I use it for years and years. That is BSN Syntha-6. Now, if you don't know who BSN is, you probably haven't been around the fitness industry for very long. They're a solid, like immensely popular, very well-funded, well-produced, high quality protein supplier and supplement supplier. And they make Syntha-6, which is probably one of the best well-rounded proteins you could possibly get. Now, it comes in on the little bit of the other side of the spectrum. It uses a 6 blend of protein, which sort of skews the numbers. It's gonna have 200 calories, 14 grams of carbs, and 24 grams of protein. Scratch that, 22 grams of protein. Now, the reason for them being so oddly skewed on those numbers is because of that blend. That 6 blend of protein is made up of 5 milk proteins that are split: whey concentrate, isolate, milk isolate, caseinate, and casein. Now, those are different types that have different rates of absorption within your body. Obviously, the whey isolate, it's been broken down, it's typically been like hydrolyzed, and your body absorbs it very quick. Versus the other end of the spectrum, that casein is a very slowly digesting, released over time protein that's gonna help build slowly. Now, that 6 protein is an egg albumin protein source, which is awesome. So it's essentially like egg whites. It's been like extracted and put through the whole process and powderized. It's the same thing. It's more of like a mild absorbing protein. All of these are awesome products. These are the 3 I would recommend to just about anyone who's getting into weightlifting. Even if people are coming back into weightlifting or they've been doing it for a long time, these are my main 3. Syntha-6 is my absolute favorite. I haven't used them in a little bit because I like to try out new products. There's always something new, something awesome coming to the market, so trying out new stuff just makes sense. But Syntha-6 is like, that's my reliable one. I've done that for a long time. They make a really good weight gainer as well. But Syntha-6, Optimum Nutrition, you can't go wrong with either BSN or Optimum Nutrition. And then you have the Universal Nutrition. Most people know it by Animal though. Their stuff as well, their whey protein. So you have the 2 whey concentrates, and then you have the 6 blend with the Syntha-6. If you're not supplementing protein, that's all well and good. I mean, if your diet is on par enough for you to be getting dietary protein and having that surplus to gain lean body mass, that's awesome. But if you've noticed that you've been lifting and you're just not making as many gains as you should, it's probably time to start supplementing that nutrition. Obviously, I'll put the link in the description below for all these products. Hopefully your guys' day is going well. Thanks for taking a look at this video. Make sure to check out the protein sources below and the awesome brands. If you haven't yet, check out supplements. Check out protein. If that's the first thing you've ever gotten into with supplements, check it out. If you're looking for an edge to get past that plateau in your fitness routine, maybe that's the key. And if it's not, I'd be happy to help figure out what you can do to get that edge back. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully your guys' day is going extremely well. Get out there, smash a gym session. I'm dying from yesterday's 3-hour upper body session. All that stuff aside though, take it easy, everyone.